Hey Tubes. Jonathan was wrong here, truth in the budget. My camera just does not want to focus on anything anymore. It's so weird. I know my camera's broken or what, but anyway, blah blah blah. So, listen to this. Apparently, now China, like some sort of weird animal. China, the Arab Emirates, and America are sending a probe to Mars, and because that sounds like a good idea. Let's send the Arabs, the Chinese, and the Americans to Mars. It's three awesome groups of people. But anyway, so it's giving you some stats. So I went ahead and ran the numbers real quick. Rough maths, because when you're dealing with like astronomical numbers, you can do some rough math and see that they're complete nonsense. So anyway, the math that they gave us is that Mars is 300 million miles away, which is not far at all, and that it takes 6 months to travel there, which means we'd be traveling that spacecraft will be traveling 7,000 miles per hour safely. Now, as you can imagine, you can't safely traverse a three-dimensional space full of, unknown particles at 7,000 miles per hour. Because if you're off by 3/8 of an inch upon initial trajectory, you're going to end up in the middle of nowhere with no way to triangulate your coordinations because everything's spinning and moving. So, they're lying to us. 7,000 miles per hour. I don't care if that craft is unmanned. You can't travel 7,000 miles per hour. Doesn't make sense. So that's just one example of how they're blatantly lying to us, and they don't expect us to ever look into it. Like the Pluto probe. The Pluto probe took 6 months too. Just 6 months is just the general number they give us. Hey, it's going to take 6 months to travel something that takes sunlight, far longer to travel, and nothing travels faster than light, we're told. So how are we sending out all these spacecrafts that are traversing the universe faster than the speed of light? Because the answer is that we're not. They're just lying to us. So you can go ahead and look into the article. I don't even know how to link it. I just woke up and checked my phone, and there's been tons of space articles lately. Just saw one recently about how there's some sort of galactic wall outside of our galaxy. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. It's all rubbish anyway. But like I said, run the numbers. Doesn't add up. 300 million. Miles in 6 months is roughly about 7,000 miles per hour. You can't do it. If you hit a particle of sand traveling 7,000 miles per hour, it's going to do some damage. So how is something made out of friggin' like aluminum foil and plastic going to be traveling 1,000 miles an hour, the 7,000 miles per hour, and then safely make it to Mars and then stop? That's my favorite part, is that they're in somewhere where there's no way to control your movements. There's nothing to push off of. There's nothing to interact with to invoke any physics to do anything, because you need stuff for there to be physics. You can't have a lack of stuff and then physics be happening, because you need physical objects. You need physical stuff for physics to happen. But anyway. So magically this unmanned spacecraft gets there traveling 7,000 miles per hour and then stops. Because, it uses the gravity of Mars to stop. Because that's how space works. But anyway, like I said, just something to look into to see that they're blatantly lying to us. And they just don't expect anyone to crunch the numbers, I guess, which I do all the time, because I grew up, I love crunching numbers. It's It's interesting because you can see, you can cross reference. You can see, okay, does this add up? And throughout my years as a astrophysicist, I often found out that the numbers that they give us do not add up. That's why I first started questioning things, because they're like, wait a minute, that doesn't add up to what they're telling us. So there you go. Look into it. The Arabs, the Chinese, and the Americans are going to Mars to look for signs of life, so like they can conquer it, I guess. Because the Chinese and the Arabs, the Americans are really open arms types of people. That's about it. Sorry, this whole video was non-focused. I think something happened to my camera. The last couple videos I've tried to make are weird and blurry like this. But anyway, love you guys. Have a beautiful day and God bless you.